What's up? What's up? What's up? Ah, what is up? What's up? Saquenla. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué onda? Hey, what's up? What's up? ¿Qué lo que? Bonjour, bonsoir. What's going on, people? I'm back. The bag man. The bag man. The bag man. Do you know the bag man? The bag man. The bag man. Do I got any bags on me? Let me see if I got a bag on me. Yo, do I got a bag on me? I mean, I know I got a bag on me, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, do I got a bag? A bag on me. Hold on, let me find a bag. Hey, what's up? What's good? I'm gonna do some math real quick. Hey, what's up? Do you know the bag man? What's up? Oh, nah. I'm gonna find a bag real fast. Give me a second. Oh, Lord, I need a bag. I need a bag. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. This is a bag right here. I got a bag. I got a bag. All right. Dang, it's a little beat up, but yeah, here's a bag right here. What's up? Let's see. I didn't know what I was talking. You said I didn't know what I was talking about. What? I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Here's a bag, man. Here's a bag. A little beat up, but hey, you know, bags come in all variations. You know what I mean? This bag in particular, I took to London, and I had people come and sign it. Can you give me Q dollar? Hope I can get a. You mean a bag? Yeah, we can make some arrangements. But this bag right here, I got in London, or I made it in London. I made it here, brought it to London. So I really want this bag thing to really be a global thing. But you know, a couple comments on it. Be perfect. I'm perfect. Lock in. Get in your bag. One of them says, "Keep up the good work." Other says, what? Oh, the t-shirt looks good. Continue with the good work. Bridget, lovely to meet you. Lovely to have met you guys. This one says, get a bag and brag about it. London was amazing. Keep working so you can come back. I love cakes. Man, so, yeah, I have some bags. What's going on? I want to have this as a series. I go places and people sign bags. Buff bag. No, it's tough bag, buff bag, a bag to make you blush bag, tall bag, all that I'm talking about. All bags, small, big bag, and a superhero fall bag, baby bag, Haiti bag, baby bag, Haiti bag, baby bag, Haiti bag, 80 bags. There you go. I got them. So tough bag, buff bag, a bag to make you blush bag. Tall bag, all of that I'm talking about. All bags. Small big bag and a superhero fall bag, baby bag, Haiti bag, 80 bags. My animations, I've been really busy, be honest with you, you know. Just life. You live right now. You live right now, but you're like, I don't know. I'm the bag man. That's what I do for a living. Heart, brain, lungs. Yep. If you're a human being, most likely you have those 3 important organs. Take good care of them. All right, so check this out, y'all. I mean, more about this bag before I get into the math, man. So I started in my bag back in 2019. I was trying to do events in my local area back in Florida, and someone thought of a name, or like I was with a group of guys. Thank you. I just bought this hat. I was with a group of guys, and they said, what will we name this event making? How many bags do I have? At one point, I had like 50 bags. I had a lot of bags. I still have a lot of bags. I just kind of stuff them in one place. I'm gonna, I had like 50. Anyways, I made these bags as like an emblem for what I was doing. And every bag has a different expression. With every expression can come something very beautiful. So I say that to say, every single one of you who are on this live, you know, you guys all have different expressions. They may look differently, but they can be something that really helps out somebody that you know, someone that you don't know. But please, I encourage you to get in your bags. I asked earlier, I went live earlier, and I asked you guys, like, how did you guys get in your bag today, right? And some of you guys told me the things you liked, right? Which is very important. That's important to your bag. I think you might have someone saying one. Oh, the hat? Yeah. I don't know if I should take this off. I'm going to keep it on for right now. But anyways, but I more so meant, like, what do you guys, like, do, you know? And there's nothing wrong with liking certain things like a city, you know, because I liked Boston before I came to Boston, right? I was eyeing the city a little bit before I came. I had a friend that lived here, and I was like, yo, how's it like? And so with that, it's good to like a city, but why do you like a city? The most important question that you'll ever ask is why? Because you like a city because the way it looks. That could tell you about, maybe you like city architecture, right? You like the city because the things it has, like the food. That may think that, hey, maybe you could make food. But the reason why I tell you this is because the life that we live currently in the year 2025, people want you to consume a lot of stuff, right? Consuming. Consuming means to, like, indulge, partake, almost like eating. Everyone wants you to take in what they're giving you, right? Sometimes that's good, but in moderations, it's appropriate. However, all we do is consume. All we do is stay on our phones. All we do is just, like, eat junk food or just eat in general. We don't really do as much as we need to, right? And the reason why I want people to get in their bags, because I don't want you to be a victim of people constantly making you consume something, right? And I'm not saying, like, oh, you lazy person, go do something. It's that there's something beautiful that happens when you do something, because you get to see your creation. And if you love yourself, all the creations that you make you love yourself even more. And then that love is very contagious. It spreads, right? If you see someone laugh, you laugh. It's kind of the same thing, right? Unless you don't love yourself, when you make something, you constantly want to get rid of it. I would tell kids to, like, hey, let me see that drawing, and they rip up the paper. I'm like, I wanted to see it. Like, I actually wanted to see it. I wanted to see how your expression was. I don't care how realistic it looks like. Go look at Dr. Seuss. Is any of what Dr. Seuss makes look real? No. Did he think it looked bad? No. We think it looks good because hindsight's 2020, and he got famous. Fame doesn't always mean that things are good. It just means it's famous. But I think it's good because it was creative. I like the way you did it, right? There's a show called Chalk Zone back in the day that was on Nickelodeon. I used to love Chalk Zone. But the animation and the drawings, pretty simple. But if someone like, oh, that don't look real, that's trash, then no Chalk Zone, you know? So it's just like, when you do something, anything, as I mentioned earlier, right? Like, I want to learn, like, multiple languages. Am I good at it? Who cares? I still like it. Who actually cares? You care, right? Yourself. You shouldn't care. Just the other day, just today, I sent a message to, like, one of my family members in Creole, right? And they laughed. Now, normally if someone laughs at something you're very passionate about, what do? Tell me in the comments, how would you react? Like, you're serious about something and someone laughs at you. What would you do? I know what I would do. I would feel really sad. Like, you worked hard in this thing and someone like, this is what you made? Right? Like, exactly. Why are you laughing? What's so funny? I was dead serious about this. I'm going to do division. I'm just, gotta have my motivational speech beforehand. No, I don't need to make fun of them because the truth is they don't know, right? And if I tell you, what good does that do? It's not your story. You can laugh. Honestly, if you think it's funny, you can laugh. But the truth is, it shouldn't matter. So it's just like, those things, they're very important. Don't be mean in the comments, whoever's typing funny business, all right? We can be mature. All right, so let's get into the math. Enough motivational speech. Where's my whiteboard? There it is. All right. So someone mentioned earlier, division. I'm going to say this. If you do not know how to multiply, division doesn't make any sense. If you do not know how to multiply, division doesn't make any sense. I can show you all the division tricks. Division is basically understanding multiplication. Some people say it's multiplication backwards. Well, it's the inverse operation of multiplication. For instance, if I have something to the effect of, you know, you should automatically think of 72. Just without thinking too much, 72. But if you're looking at this and you're like, that's the problem we have. You should see this and be like, oh, 72, right? So you need to know your multiplications from 1 through 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Those are your 1s. 2, I already knew. It's very good that you knew that was 72. Do you know your 9s? Do you know your 2s? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. 2s can go on forever easy. They're just even numbers. Multiplication, division, if you think it literally, multiplication and division, truthfully, there is no difference. Very slight, like the meaning of them is different. One is telling you how many times literally it happens or how much of it is happening, right? So like half of something, half of, 1/2 of 10. What's half of 10? That's half times 10. It's 5, right? 5 of 4. What's 5 of 4? 5 of 4s, it's 20. Does that make sense? So multiplication, think of the word of, right? 20 of 8 is 160. 3/4 of 3. 3/4 of 3 is 9/4, right? I should say 3/4 of 4 is 4, right? I said that wrong. No, 3/4 of 4 is 3. My bad. But that sounds confusing because you got to know why multiplication. Division is groups. How much of this goes into 5? Like, how much of 21 goes into 3? How many times can 21 go into 3? It can go into it 7 times. 21 divided by 3 is 7. How many times can 21 go into 3? 7 times. It can go at 1 time. There's still some left over. 2 times, you can still left over, right? So think of like division as like going into. So how many times can 4 go into 5? It can go into 5 most of the way, but there's a little bit left. It's 80%, right? So think of it like this. How many times can 4 go into 5? How many times can 4 go into 5? Does it fill up 5 all the way? It doesn't. So take a circle and let's cut it into 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So let's fill it up. Let's put 4 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 goes into 5 this much. 4 goes into 5 this much. Now, some people's like, what number is that? I know it's 8/10. But for those who don't know, instead of saying or trying to figure out that number, 4 goes into 5 4/5. This is a number. 4/5 is a number. Is a representation of what's happening. Does that make sense? All right? Does that make sense? Anyone with me? 4 goes into 5 4/5 of the time. Now, if you want to know like the decimal value, then you're gonna need to know how to multiply. Because once you do long division, it's gonna be really hard to write this backwards. Let's do 4 divided by 5. All right, so let's see if I can do this backwards. This really works out my brain. What doesn't kill you make it stronger. All right, so how many times? Okay, 4 goes into 5. 5 does not fit in 4 all the way, so I'm gonna put a 0 right there. All right, so I'm gonna put a decimal point right here. 5 goes into 4 0 times. 5 times 0 is 0. So I'm gonna put my 0. Oh, I don't know what to do. Remainder 4. Yes, it's remainder 4. But People forget there are numbers back here. What number is behind all the number 4? What are all the numbers behind 4? It's an infinite amount of numbers that are behind 4. It's the same number every time. What number is it? What number is behind this number 4? There's 4 ones. There is always an invisible number behind this number. Who could tell me? I'm not going to continue till someone tells me what is the number that's behind 4. What number is behind 4? Anybody? Oh, you guys dying on me? I need you. I need you. What number is behind 4? I'll just tell you. It's 0. There is an infinite amount of zeros. So bring down the 0. So now, this is where you knowing how to multiply is very important. 5 goes into 40 how many times? Oh, I forgot this decimal point right here. It goes into 40 8 times. And there you go. And watch what happens. Once you end with 0, you're done. And that's your answer. 8/10. Does that make sense? So, division is telling you how many times you can go into that number, right? Or how many groups you could make in that number, right? How many times can you go into that number, right? So 5 goes into basically 4. The nomenclature is where I admit, but just think of it like that. Multiplication is like of something, like how much of it goes. Half of 3/4. Watch this. Half of 3/4. Oh, I wrote it backwards. Alright, so you got 1/2. Whoever asked for division, I hope you're watching this. Alright, so if you have half of 3/4, well, you no longer have 3/4, you have half of it. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. There you go, you get 3/8. So how does that look like? So if you take 3/4, right? So let's take 3/4. Cut it into 4 pieces like so. Dang, let me make that a little bit more even. Let me color 3. 1, 2, and 3. So, you have 3 out of 4. So, to cut this in half, now here's the thing. It's going to be a little hard because you have 3 out of 4. So, what I like to do, I don't like odd numbers too much. I'm going to make it 6/8. So, I'm going to make it now 8 slices. So, now I have 6/8, which is the same thing. And that's exactly what we did in the bottom. We just multiplied the bottom. Now we have 8 pieces. Now, we had 6 pieces colored in. What was half of 6? It's 3. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye. That goes away. Well, I'll leave that slice right here. And then bye-bye. So now you have 1, 2, 3 out of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total slices. 3/8. That is half of 8. Everyone on the left. That's all good. I'll just post this on YouTube. So that's what I mean. If you don't know how to multiply all of these things, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So when you multiply, when you divide, unless you know how to multiply, it does not make any sense. All right? Start with your 1s, then your 2s, your 3s, your 4s. The ones people get mixed up the most is their 6, their 7, their 8s, and even more so like their 12s. 6, 7, 8, and 12. 6, 12, 18, 24, 60, 66, 42, 48, 54, and 60, 66, 72. Those are your 6s. The trick about 6s, and I'm going to make a video about this. Whatever number you're multiplying, right? Like say 6 times 2. Remember that 2 right there? 2, your answer is going to have 2 in it. 6 times 4, your answer is going to have 4 in it. 6 times 8, it only works with the even numbers. It's going to have an 8 in it. So what's 6 times 8? It's 48. What's 6 times 6? 36. What's 6 times 12? 72. What's 6 times 14? It's going to have a 4 in there. I don't even know the answer. I think it's 84. Right? So, those are tricks that are good. I'm going to make 6s later. Now, with 6 and odd numbers, it doesn't work the same. Right? But with even numbers, if I say it was 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 22, I know it's going to have a 2 at the end. I think it's 144, if I'm not mistaken. Well, no, 142. No, it's 132. That's what it is. So, those are all different ways of knowing how to do it. All right, so I'm going to continue. Scale factor. Someone asked about scale factor. Scale factor, scale just means to make larger or smaller. To scale something is to make it larger or smaller. To fit to scale means to fit at a size that is large enough to see or big enough to see, right? When something is not to scale, meaning it's not actually the way, that's not the size it's supposed to be. Does that make sense? So, all that to say, scale factor. Watch this. This is scale factor. So, this side, luckily, it has a grid like so. So, let's make one square four squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this side's 4, right? Oop, made it backwards. That's 4 right there. And I'm gonna make this 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then same thing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we have a square that's made up of 4 equal sides, because that's what a square is. It has 4 equal sides. Now, if I want to scale it larger, the way scaling works is that you multiply every side by the same number. So let's say I did not know how to multiply. Let's say I want to make a square, instead of 4, a 7 each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7, and then 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. And then down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 right here. So what did I just do? I just scaled this square, this original square, to be 7 on each side. Now, had I just made one side 7, I didn't scale the entire image over to that one. So this is what you would call a scaled, a larger copy, a scaled copy. A scaled copy is a larger copy or a smaller copy. Scaled means it got larger, it got proportionally larger, meaning every dimension of one shape, it got larger by the same amount to the other shape. That is a scaled drawing. It's a larger drawing or is a smaller drawing. Now, the proportion at which it got larger, okay, proportions are affected by multiplication. So how much did it get larger? Some people will say 3. No. If it's 3 all around, there is a percentage of how much it got larger. There is a proportion that it got larger. How do you figure that out? Proportions are dictated by multiplication and division. How do you find that proportion? You do the new found object divided by the old object. So 7 divided by 4. Now, I don't know that off the top of my head, but I do know 7 over 4 is 7/4. And that is literally my answer. Now, if I want to change that into a palatable fraction, 7/4, 4 goes into 7 once. And I got 3 left over. So it's 1 and 3/4. Oh, I did it backwards. And then 3/4 I know is 75%. So this grew 175% or 1/75. All right. So this grew proportionally. Every side increased by a percentage of 1.75. A percentage of 175%. It got 1.75 times bigger. All right. And it works the same way if it gets smaller. So, last thing, because I've seen people are getting tired. I get it, it's the weekend. So when you see multiplication, think of the word of. Right? Now, if you see division, think of goes into. Or goes into. Right? That S is backwards. There you go. So multiplication is of 5 of 4 is 20. Goes into 4 goes into 5 0.8 times. Right? Or 21 goes into 3 7 times. Or think of it like this. If I have 27 cups, right? And I say put it in groups of 3, I have 7 groups. Right? So how many groups of 4 can go into 5.8? It's just how you word it is going to be different, whether it's a fraction or a whole number, but I like to say goes into, right? 4 goes into 5 0.5 times. Or fills up. That's a good one. Fills up. Maybe you can't go into it. Maybe that's not the best word. Fills up. Fills up. Fills up. So, division, think of fills up. How much of it gets fills up? So, 21 can fill up 3 7 times. You can fill it up again, and again, and again, and again, 7 times, right? 3 cannot fill up 5 all the way. So, 3 fills up 5, 0.6. I don't know if that helps. So, maybe that's something. So, math is done. So, let me just have a candid conversation with whoever's watching. Right? Oh, let me get this cap. Damn. Let me get this cap. Alright, let me talk about in my bag once more. So, like I said, in my bag is something very important to me because we all need to get in our bags, right? Now, how we get in our bags, that's where the word Shah comes into place. S-H-A. The Shah Republic. Alright? The Shah Republic is, once you follow the Shah principles, you are now part of the Shah Republic, right? So S is for sobriety. Sobriety. Now, sobriety is normally meant for, being sober. And that's exactly what I mean. Yes, I do want you to be sober. I want you to be free of substance. Because being in your inebriated state is not only good for you physically, it does a damage to your brain. But more than anything, being in your sober mind, right? Being in your default mind, your normal mind, that is the healthiest for your brain, right? Considering that you do not have any, extreme deficiencies in which you would have to take medication, but your default mind is what you need to be in most of the time. Sober, being in your own mind, being in the mind that you have. You need to be confident in your sober mind. Being confident in your sober mind. The reason why is because that is the version of you that's going to follow you for the rest of your life. If you have confidence in that, that is powerful. That means I have confidence in what I do and what I believe in, right? And with that sober mind, that is the most unique version of you, and it's the most controllable version of you. You can control that person. If you're inebriated, you do not control that person entirely. That person is somebody else that is influencing your sober mind, right? We don't want an influence. We want you, right? Good you, bad you, we want it. The reason why is because once you are you, we could fix it or we could accent it, right? Or we just love it. We love it regardless. So your sober you is the person that we're asking you, we're begging you, we need this version of you. That's A. B, humanity. We're being ourselves for each other. What is the most important thing that this world has to offer? Now, some people say water, the sun, the things. These are all great things. Yes, they are valuable as well. They're innately valuable. But who gives value to these things? Who says that's valuable? Who considers them important? We consider them important. Humans give value to everything. Not to say other beings don't value things, but we consider them valuable. We are the valuers, so therefore, we are the most important things to each other. We're the most valuable thing. Who's to say money has a value? It doesn't have a value unless we say it has a value. Because humans are the most important things. I asked a couple lives ago, would you rather get a free PlayStation or talk to someone for 20 minutes? Most people would get a PlayStation because we don't see people as that valuable, right? Something has to be an advantage to us. That's not good. So I want you to be in your sober, confident mind for the sake of humanity, right? For us to get to know you. Now, how do we get to know each other? So we did sobriety, we did humanity, then there's artistry. Artistry is just how you express yourself. It doesn't have to be painting. Some people are analytical. They're good at math. Some people are good at, languages. Some people are artistic people and they can draw and do all these things. There is an infinite amount of ways in which you could be very artistic, right? Let's see if I can invite somebody. So there's many ways you could be artistic. So what I'm telling you is that we need somebody to be art. We need your expression, yours specifically. I mentioned before, you are born at a specific time, at a specific place, to specific people. No one has that same exact story. Your story will help out somebody else. We all need help. We're all living together. We all want to be uplifted. Think of a jigsaw puzzle with 1,000 pieces. We need every piece in order to finish the puzzle. Oh, what do I gotta do with that piece? That piece helps finish the puzzle. We need each other. So I'm saying to be of your sober mind for the sake of us getting to know each other, and our expression unites us together. That's what getting in your bag is. Everything that you do, right? You may think, oh, singing is not good. No, I need to hear you sing because I know that's a passion of yours. Even if you're good or bad. And be okay with you not being the best, right? Now you've put yourself in a community in which you see other people that sing and the passion and how do they get their passion a certain way. Now I can get my passion a certain way. Does that make sense? I want you to get in your bag. Your bag is the most important bag in the world. Just as my bag is most important to me, is also important to you. And that's why I'm doing this, because this is my bag. I have many other things in my bag, but this is one of them. And I do this, and we're living in a society where like numbers mean a lot, right? I don't have the views, I don't have, right? That shouldn't matter, right? Because at the end of the day, when you're long and gone, what have you done? Now, I will say, whether you're here or not and you've done something, your life was still valuable. But that thing you leave behind, those are for the friends. See, you have friends when you're alive, and then when you have friends that you make when you're not alive. There are authors that I've read that are dead, but the story that they left behind, they've made a friend in me, and they've been long dead for years. They are a friend in me, but they've been dead for. So what you do is for the friends you make in the future. It's a time capsule. It's your existential footprint. I'm begging you to make something. And even if you don't, your bag doesn't have to be like this artsy fartsy thing. Your bag is the impression that you've made on people. And so when they pass it on to the next generation, a bit of you is carried on someplace else. See, we all have a stake in this world. But what I'm asking you is, don't think that the thing that you have is not good enough. It is. Because then what you pass on, anything that you consume, because I'm telling you we shouldn't consume too much, anything that you don't consume, think about when you consume something too much. What happens? You just poop. I know it sounds immature. Who cares? But you consuming, just always consuming, only allots one thing is poop. But when you're making something will warrant a lot of other stuff. So I'm asking you to get in your bag. How do you get in your bag? Is through the Shaw principles. Sober mind. Use the sober mind. The mind that you have controlled all the time, right? That is yours. That is the most precious version of you. That's the one we need to get to know most, right? Take that mind, the mind that you have, use it to connect with other people. Now, how do you do that? Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you need to connect with people. because that way you're able to express yourself, and nothing feels better when you're able to express yourself, right? Expressing yourself allows you to build this community, but when you feel like you can't express yourself, you start getting sad. You start getting real sad. So express yourself. Now, are all expressions good? No. But if you don't, if you suppress your expression, you will feel like you're isolated. And isolation, just health-wise, is really bad for you. Think about in your day-to-day, what we do. We're on our phones. I'm on the subway, right? What's everyone doing? Just next time you're on the subway, if you live in a city that has a subway or public transit, look what everyone's doing. They're on their phone. They're listening to headphones. They got their heads down. No one's saying anything. Very few conversations. That is us being isolated. I want you to fight that, right? So get in your bags. Now, that's how you get in your bags. Why do we get in our bags? It's so that we learn. We're constantly learning creatures. We're always learning something. We're trying, within my bag, what I'm trying to do within my bag, I'm using education and multimedia and motivation to get people to feel a certain way. But more than feeling a certain way, is so that you know, in spite of where you're at or who you are, that you too you already have something precious. It's already to the degree in what you like. So what I'm saying is, you need to get in your bag wherever, whenever. Now is the best time. If you want to learn languages, learn them right now. If you want to travel the world, start thinking about how you're going to travel right now. If you like Boston, think about what you like about Boston, right? All these things. Get in your bag right now. It means the most. So it's to inspire as well. So promote, expression, inspire. And more than anything, it's just so like you can find ways to express yourself in a way that's most fulfilling, right? I think right now what I'm doing is very fulfilling to me. And, there's times I'm like, I'm too grown for this, etc., or whatever. But do those things, and at the end of the day, you'll be very appreciative for you getting your bags. I got in my bag, and I hope by me getting my bag, you getting your bags. So, is there any questions? Any questions moving on? Going once, going twice. I'll stay out here for a little bit more. Anybody? Everybody. Hold on, let's see. What do I got right now? Messed up that part already. Not the best. All right, y'all. I'm gonna leave you at that, man. So hopefully you guys get a lot from this message. Hit me up. Tell me what different math you want to do. I'll catch you guys later.